Hey gang, Jesse here, EC Auto Repair. Wanted to visit with you. I'm having some thoughts. I want to talk to you about customer service. So, one of the reasons that I'm actually still in the automotive repair space is the customer service aspect of it. One of the things that literally makes my blood boil is whenever a woman or female will go to a shop and be, I hate to use a stereotypical term, but for lack of a better word, just flat be taken advantage of. Maybe they tell her that she needs this or that on her car and it's going to cost that much money, but yet they don't actually show her that, okay, this is the broken part and this is what needs changed and this is why we want to do what we do, right? So there's that aspect of it. And like, that's one of the things that just fuels me is like, I want to have a shop that's honest, that has integrity, and is transparent, meaning that we're trustworthy. If we tell you you need a water pump because your water pump's leaking, you really do need a water pump. If we tell you you need a fuel pump and that's the reason your car won't start, then you really do need a fuel pump or whatever the case may be. I will also be the first to say that we have been recipient of failed parts. I will also tell you that we have made mistakes in the past and we've diagnosed something or tested something and thought it was testing bad, and maybe that part tested bad, maybe it didn't, and therefore we had to figure out how to make it right with both us and the customer to get their vehicle repaired and taken care of. But with the customer service, like, what do you expect to feel whenever you walk into somewhere? Do they acknowledge you by name? Do they treat you like you are a special human individual created in the image of God, and that you do matter and that you have a voice and your voice should be heard? I feel like that your voice is just as important as my voice. I feel like your opinion is just as important as my opinion. I feel like you have a name, and I feel like I have a name, and we're entitled to those, and that's actually something that belongs to us, right? So I was thinking of a couple of stories. Like in the past, I remember this particular instance, and I won't say the name because I don't want to make it seem like that every single place has this experience. But I went to a fast food chain one time. I was traveling. I was states away. I believe I was in Indiana. I'd been driving all day. I hadn't had nothing to eat. I got the task done, and now I'm ready to stop. I'm ready to grab me a quick snack, get back on the road to go to where I'm going for the night. And I walk into this fast food establishment to use the restroom and order my food. And I was going to get it to go. And I walked in, I go to the restroom, and I go up to the counter to order, and there's two people working the front. And they instantly, in the background, got into a fight of who was actually going to wait on me. And it was a bickering contest of whose job it was to wait on me and who was supposed to wait on me, and so on and so forth. So what I did after I witnessed that for about 10 seconds, I turned around and walked out the door, walked across the parking lot to a Chick-fil-A where I knew what to expect. I knew what I would get. I walked into Chick-fil-A. I was greeted with a smile. They were so happy I was there. They took my order and they delivered my food very quickly. And they made me feel special. They made me feel important. And they took great care of me. They wasn't, I guess what I'm trying to say is they wasn't annoyed that I was there to patronize them. And I think it's important, and if you're a business owner and you're watching this video on customer service, I think it's important that your team and that you understand that when you have 0 customers, you don't have a business. There is no business that exists without customers, period. And therefore, if I'm the customer and I'm paying, then I should be met with a measure of dignity and respect and appreciation and gratitude. And in today's day and time, it seems like the gratitude's in short supply. Guess what? Each one of us, if we have the breath of life in our body, we have so much to be thankful for. I don't want to get off on the preaching tangent, but it's important. It's important that we realize that we are in this world to help one another, to serve one another. There's no big I's and little U's. We are all in this together. A couple of thoughts that I had on customer service. Let me know your thoughts. Tell me about your best customer experience. I remember, while we're on that, I remember a different time. Went to this amazing steakhouse with a friend of mine. We go to this steakhouse, and man, we walked in. They took our coats from us. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. It was just all super respectful, super courteous staff. They was so happy we was there. They was excited we was there. The waiter came. He introduced himself. He left his business card on the table. It was the first time I'd ever been in a restaurant where the waiter or the wait staff actually had a business card. He put his business card down on the table. He went into great length to explain the menu to us. He answered all of our questions. He called me Mr. Jesse, Mr. Rob. He was very polite, very courteous, and he made us feel so special. We spent more money on steak that night than I've ever spent on a steak ever before in my whole life. And yet, they valued us. They treated us like we meant something. They treated us special. So, just remember, if you want to have a lasting relationship with your companion, or if you want your customers to come back, treat them with respect. Treat them with dignity. Love you guys. We'll see you in the next video.